All right, welcome into another edition of the 401 Conversations podcast. This week, we're going to answer some of the common Googled questions on 401k plans. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Mike Neely. I am the owner and lead investment consultant here at Equity 401k Consultants. And this week's episode is going to be about common searched 401k questions. And this actually is probably going to be a bit more geared toward participants for plans. So if you're participating in a 401k plan, you probably have a lot of questions overall about the plan, about what it offers you, and just different things that could be confusing, like the investment options or what's my employer's role in it, or are all plans the same? So we're going to try to answer a few of those questions in this episode. So with that, let's start with a simple one. What's a 401k plan and why is it called that? Well, a 401k plan is what's known as a defined contribution plan. Defined contribution plan means simply that money comes out of your paycheck and you contribute to the plan. And how it works is every pay period, your employer is going to take whatever amount that you deem out of your paycheck to go towards the 401k plan. So that could be a percentage like 3 or 4%, or it could be a fixed amount that you set, say 25 or 50 or $100. And the reason it's called a 401k plan is because that's the tax code in which the 401k plan falls. And so it's also an employer-sponsored plan. You can't just go out and get a 401k plan on your own without having your business to offer it. So if you're a business owner, of course, you can have what's called a solo 401k, or you can offer your own 401k plan to your employees. Another commonly searched question is, what's my employer's role in the plan? Well, what you should know, and especially if you're a plan sponsor watching this as well, is that your employer is a fiduciary to you as the participant. They're obligated to act in your best interest. And as providing that benefit to you, there's a number of rules that they have to follow under what's called ERISA. Now, some employers will match, other employers won't, but your employer's role is to offer the plan and be a fiduciary to you, the participant. Another commonly searched question is, are all 401k plans created equal? And the answer to that question is not quite. Not every 401k plan is exactly the same. Some 401k plans, like I mentioned earlier, will offer a match. Others will not offer that match. Some will allow you to participate right away. Others won't. And so because of that, it's important that you get a document that's called the summary plan description. And the summary plan description essentially gives you everything that you need to know about the 401k plan, when you'll be eligible to participate, how much you can put away, what the employer's responsibility is. Are they offering a match? Is it a safe harbor match? Does any of those matches that they're offering have a vesting schedule? All of these different things will be in that plan document. So it's important that you make sure that when you are ready, or you are thinking about, or going back to what your employer's responsibilities are, that you get a copy of that document, because the summary plan description is probably one of the most important pieces to making a decision on how you will participate and when you can participate in that plan. Also, it's important that you get a copy of the investment fee disclosure. As a participant, that's called a 404A5. And that fee disclosure will give to you all of the costs that are associated with the plan and how they break down. So it can break down what's the investment expenses. That's a very key one, because that will help you make a decision on how you will put your money in and where it will go and how you'll be invested in the plan. It also will tell you what the overall fees for the company 401k plan are. Give you the total cost. It'll also lay out what it would cost you to take a loan. If you go to withdraw your money after you leave the company, it will tell you what the cost would be for that. If you have a divorce during the time that you are working and you need to do what's called a quadro or a qualified domestic relations order, it will tell you what the cost is for those things. So the 404A5 and the summary plan description are two most important documents that you'll get as a participant in the plan. Another common question that we get all the time when we're talking with participants is, how much should I contribute to the plan? Some financial advisors will say that a common rule of thumb is that you should invest up to the employer match and then maybe utilize another vehicle like a Roth IRA, depending on your tax situation. Also, it could be that you're looking to maximize tax deductions because you are a high income earner. So, depending on how much you contribute, will depend on that too. There's different ways to look at that. But what's important is that you understand your situation and what will be meaningful to you to participate in the plan. It is key that if you are working with a financial advisor, that you sit down and chat with them before you participate in the plan. Or if your company gives you access to the 401k plan advisor, we make sure that we have access to participants when we're working with a plan, that you reach out to them for general education questions. And in some cases, they'll be able to work with you personally as well and help you make the decision on how much you should contribute, if you should contribute to the pre-tax bucket or the traditional bucket, or if you should both do that and the Roth bucket. Everybody's situation is different. But it is a common question. And again, a lot of financial advisors will say, contribute up to the match, do something else. Just make sure that you consult with the right professionals when you're making a decision on how much to contribute. That would be, again, a financial advisor or the financial advisor to the plan, as well as your CPA or enrolled agents, whoever your tax advisor is, because they know your situation and they can best give you guidance on how much to contribute each and every year to the plan. So with that being said, there's some extras that come with 401k plans. One of those is the Roth bucket that I just mentioned earlier. Nowadays, it's becoming a lot more common for there to be a Roth bucket. If you're not familiar with Roth, Roth comes in a couple of flavors here: Roth 401k and Roth IRA. Both of those allow you to contribute, and as long as you follow certain sets of guidelines that the IRS has laid out for you, then the money that you pull from that Roth account in the future, when you get to retirement age, past 59 and a half, you'll be able to take distributions tax-free. Now, again, that sounds like a really great thing, and it can be, especially for folks where you can maximize your 401k deductions and still contribute to a Roth IRA, or you do some sort of combo where you go pre-tax and post-tax. That can be determined, again, by your tax person. That can be determined by the financial advisor that you're working with. But that tax-free can help offset some of the taxes that you're going to pay from the traditional bucket when you get to retirement and you get ready to pull money out. I'll leave you with this last golden nugget as a participant. One thing that I hear all the time from retirees that I have worked with over the years is the same thing, the same two pieces of advice they give me every single time. And that is, I wish I would have started sooner, and I wish I would have saved more. The nugget here is that the sooner you start, the better. It's always a good time to start saving in your company 401k plan. It affords you a lot of benefits, even if your employer doesn't match. Just the ability to get tax deferral or get a combination of tax deferred and contributing to that Roth bucket that would be tax-free. That can certainly help you along your retirement planning journey. And it helps you put money away for the future today. Also could help save you on taxes. So there's a lot of different pros to contributing to the company 401k plan. And the sooner you start, the better off that you will be in the future. And don't forget, as you grow, if you're young and you're just starting out and you're growing within the company, as you continue to grow, make sure that you are spending the time thinking about how much more to contribute each year that you begin to make more. It's always important that you up your percentage to help you keep up with the more that you're making over time, because that will all add up in the future. Compound interest when you're starting early on, it can certainly feel like it's not working in your favor. It can absolutely feel like it's taking a very slow pace, that every week or every 2 weeks or every month, however you get paid, you're putting money away and it just doesn't seem to be growing at such a high clip. But it's like a hockey stick. At some point in the future, all of the time that you've spent contributing through all of the ups and downs of the market over the years will start to really add up to a lot of dollars. And before you know it, you'll be reaching that goal that you're after of retirement. And this will help you along the way. So I want to throw this out there because I think it's important that you have access to folks that can help you. We work with a lot of participants. And when we are servicing a plan, we provide a lot of plan education. And if you're listening to this as a plan participant, or you're an HR rep working for your company and you've just got questions about things, or you're even a plan sponsor or plan administrator listening to this, and it's just back to simple basics for you, we are happy to help. All you simply have to do is send an email, give the office a call. We will be there to help in any way we can to provide whatever resources that we can to help you. We don't turn away participants in 401k plans, even for those plans that we don't manage. We are happy to help give guidance, and we can also help you figure out your situation. And sometimes we can just be a sounding board for you. It's not a very expensive cost to work with a financial advisor. We'll probably cover that in a future 401 conversations episode, another one that's geared towards participants. But ultimately, what I want you to know is that we're here to help, and we're here to help you dive into even more questions, whatever that may be. So if you have those questions, again, feel free to send an email, feel free to call the office. We are absolutely here to help. And if you found this through our social media profiles on LinkedIn or on YouTube, feel free to drop a line in the comments. We'd love to be able to connect with you and help you make better retirement planning decisions for yourself and for your future self. So again, I'm Mike Neely, owner and investment consultant. I am here to help you elevate your 401k plan experience, and I will look forward to seeing you on the next 401 Conversations pod.